Good morning, everybody. Yeah, it's Monday, the 14th in December. I'm on my way. I'm on my way to work right now, and you know, even though I don't have the issue just yet, pretty much what a lot of us figured about these three new freedom fighters, if you will, pretty much what we figured sort of came true in a sense. And what I mean in a sense, and this is spoilers for anybody that doesn't have issue 279 yet. This is spoilers, and I apologize for the wind. Apparently, these freedom fighters and the Egg Region boss that we met at the end of 278 are in cahoots with each other, but not because of Egg, but not. Well, basically they're in cahoots with each other, but not specifically for Eggman, but more so to protect the people. And what I mean by protect the people, what I mean is basically here you have a group of characters that, along with Cassie and Clove, that we see in the second story of these issues. Basically, it seems that what's being developed here is really interesting. I mean, you can kind of see Aaliyah Baker's character developing, I guess, is rubbing off on her husband, Ian Flynn, because basically what we have here is a group of freedom fighters and individuals, siblings if you will, that don't particularly like working for Eggman, but they're only doing it because they want to protect their people. Now I know that sounds a little strange, but from what I'm getting from it, and I'm sure a lot of people are getting from it, and some have even described this in their reviews of the issue that they already got either physically or digitally, it seems that basically all these people that could be freedom fighters and all that are just sick and tired of fighting. The character development here is, and it's an intriguing kind of character development because of the fact that they just don't want to fight. It's like, to them, and I think it's even pointed out by one of the characters in 279, basically they flat out tell Sonic, what's the point? Eggman's never going to be defeated. We can keep fighting and fighting and fighting, but he's just going to keep coming back and coming back and coming back. So what's the point of the fighting when we could just work with the guy and he'll leave us alone? And and basically their thing is, in this story that concludes in 279, is their theory is all they have to do is put up a facade of a Nephtheus, making it look like she has control over the land, but is meeting some resistance. But all it really is a facade, not just for Eggman, but to keep the people's spirits up. In other words, keep the citizens' spirits up, not knowing that these these three freedom fighters and Nephtheus, who are actually good friends, who are actually good longtime friends, are just doing it to keep the people's spirits up, as well as on Nephtheus' side, put up a facade for Eggman, put up a facade for Eggman to make him think, okay, I still have control over these people, I have control over this land, when in reality, he doesn't realize he's being played. Or does he? I think we'll find that out in Sonic Universe. Now, the same could be said with Cassie and Clove, although it seems Cassie, or not, I think it's Clove, I should say, is going to be more the kind that's going to basically reveal the truth about Eggman to everybody because of what happens to her sister. Now, again, this is some very interesting character development and change of pace in a sense, because it seems that in this new continuity, this semi-new continuity, this kind of semi-new continuity in semi-new world, it seems that Eggman has gotten to. It seems that Eggman constantly going against everybody, and basically what it seems to me is with Eggman constantly always fighting people. But I mean, with Eggman constantly invading and people constantly fighting, it's like basically Eggman has broken him. It's like, look, what's the point of fighting this guy? There is no real point. To them, it's like, what's the point of fighting this guy when there is no real point? You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. It's like, what's the point of fighting this guy when there is no real point in fighting him? It's like I mentioned earlier. To them, from a character standpoint, it's like, no matter what we do, the guy keeps constantly coming back and coming back and coming back and coming back. And, what's the point of fighting the guy? We could drive him away from our land, from our people, all we want. He's just going to come back, stronger than ever. What are we supposed to do? So, I kind of like this because, from a character standpoint, you have these other groups out there, these other so-called freedom fighters, rebels, that don't want to fight. They don't want to rebel. Even though they don't like Eggman, they hate his guts, they just don't want to fight anymore because it's pointless. And they feel that it's better just to make it look like one's working for Eggman, and some are just putting up a facade, to keep the people's spirits up. And what's intriguing, and I don't know if this is good. I don't know if this was this, and I don't know if this gets mentioned in the issue or not. I mean, in earlier issues, you have Sally basically last issue you have Sally telling Clove, "Hey, look, I can help you." You have Sally telling Clove, "Look, I can help you. We can help you. Let us help you," kind of deal. And Clove's like, "Look, you're not getting involved." But like I said, you have Sally basically saying, "Look, I can help you. Let us help you." And Clove's like, basically, by not involving my people, you are helping. So basically, in this world, it looks like it's not just the world that got broken, but it's like a lot of groups characters and groups that would fight against Eggman have been broken as well. There are certain others out there that are not, but there are some that are, and that's what's intriguing about this story, about what's going on now. It's like, now you're meeting groups that want to fight, but they don't want to fight. Because to them, it's like, it's pointless. Like, to them, it's pointless to keep fighting. It's pointless to keep fighting when, it's just going to happen again and again. So, I think it's like I said, I like that kind of story development there, because to them it's like, what's the point? And yet on the other side of things, you have Sonic and his group, Sonic, Sally, Bunny, and all them. They're like, look, there is a point. There is a reason. If you think Eggman's just going to leave you be after all this, you're wrong. Basically, in a sense, they're trying to open their eyes and make them realize Eggman's not going to leave you guys be. He's not going to just let things go and let you live in peace. No. If he conquers the world and all that, you guys are just going to end up in a roboticizer. Even if you're an egg boss. So, but to me, I like the character development. I like the intrigue here, and I just can't wait to see where they go with it. Maybe we'll meet other groups that are just like them. I don't know. So, hopefully we might get some good character development. And I've got a feeling that after this issue and going into the future next year, Clove and Cassie are going to probably end up on the side of the Freedom Fighters. They're going to be the reason Eggman loses a lot of his forces. I mean, even Orbot foresees this at the end of one of the, I think at the end of this issue of the main comic, where he basically, I think, mentions that something that you're not afraid that this is all going to backfire. So he's basically asking Eggman if he's afraid this is all going to backfire on him, so, or something like that. But we'll just have to wait and see, and that's all I'm going to say on it. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think of these new interesting developments in the